Hickman, my best friend, used to come on every Friday or Thursday, and we picked our best NFL bets of the week. Hick is back today. It's almost like if you watch College Game Day, Bear, the producer, comes on. He makes his picks. Hick is Bear. We actually call Hick the Bear, so it's very fitting. So he's back today. Michael, live from Penn State, the Lions fan. How's everything, bud?
Steve, I am doing great. Football is back. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. It's 50 degrees out on a nice Friday afternoon. I am excited. Dog days of summer are behind us. No more Tigers baseball. Just football season. I am pumped.
Oh my God, Michael leading us off the right way. I mean, he's getting me fired up over here. Let's do this thing. We are going to keep track as we did last year. Hick started off really strong, kind of tailed off towards the end, but this is a new year, fresh start, new slate. Let's begin here. I will start because I'm pretty sure I won last year, so I'll start with the first one. First game of Strom's picks of the year will be the Kansas City Chiefs -4 in Jacksonville. Kansas City Chiefs are my Super Bowl pick this year. I think they're going to come out here focused, ready to go. Andy Reid's record in September with the Chiefs is phenomenal. I love them in this spot. I think 4 points is actually way too little. I would have probably taken them if it was 6. So 4 is a nice number for me. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs -4, easy one to get me off to 1-0. Hick?
I will take your Super Bowl representative and match you with mine. I have got the New Orleans Saints -7 Monday night game versus the Texans in New Orleans. You know that stadium is going to be loud. And this is just an unbelievable team. I love Drew Brees. I love that offense. They are fun to watch. Quick little fun fact, they have actually lost 5 season openers in a row. So
wow.
The odds are stacked against me, and it is a 7-point spread. But I just think that environment is too loud for the Texans team. I think Drew Brees goes in there. He takes care of business. They are my Super Bowl representative out of the NFC, and I will take them week 1.
Very good stat. Michael came ready today. It's the first week, so he's usually pretty sharp. By week 5, he will not have those types of stats, but a good job by Mikey. Next one here, I've got the Jets -3 at home versus the Bills. I'm high on the Jets. I picked them to actually make the wild card this year. I'm a man of my word. I mean, if I'm going to rave about a team in the offseason, they have their home opener against the Bills. I like the Bills. I think they're a nice team. I like McDermott. I like what they're doing with Josh Allen. But I think this is the year the Jets take that next step with Sam Darnold. I picked them last year against somebody's Lions, and they came through for me in a big way. I'm going to take the Jets -3 at home. I really do like taking teams at home, even though I just took the Chiefs. A lot of times you get that good energy. It's a feel-out game. Give me the Jets -3 against the Bills. Hick?
You know, Steve, last night, we were harping pretty heavy that the NFC North is arguably the most competitive division in all of football, and I think they made us look pretty stupid on national television.
Yeah.
But I do believe that, and I believe our representative at the end of the season will be the Minnesota Vikings. Pains me to say it, but I'm going to take Vikings -4 this week. On paper, I truly believe the last 2 years they have had a top 6 or 8 team in the league on paper. Just haven't put it together. I think with that offense, hopefully, Cook back can generate some excitement. I'm going to go with the Vikings -4 versus Atlanta. Again, that's a home game for the Vikings. Really tough environment to play in. I'm going to go with them week 4, -4. I hope they lose, but that's my pick.
Michael is playing with fire right now. You have a spot on next year no matter what happens. You don't have to brown nose and pick the Vikings to stay on this show. And I actually hate when Hick picks these games with the Vikes because if you don't know Hick is the king of bad luck, but not in sports actually. He's actually a decent bettor, so I got to give him some slack. Yeah. Betting-wise, you're good, but it is what it is. We'll move on from that. I'm going to take the Browns -5.5 at home versus the Tennessee Titans. I know the Browns are that sexy pick in the AFC North this year. You either love them or you hate them. I like them. I'm in that kind of middle. Here's an interesting stat for you. Now, the Browns have been in existence now for 20 years because they moved back to Cleveland. You know they've only won in week 1 once in their last 20 years, and the last win they had was 14 seasons ago in week 1. I mean, this needs to change, and this will change. Give me the Browns at home, -5.5. Tennessee, please. Mariota, please. Ryan Tannehill, please. They can't move the ball. They got a good defense. I like their coach, too. But in this league, man, you don't got a quarterback. You ain't got nothing, and that's the bottom line in this game. Give me the Browns -5.5. That's my last pick of the day.
You know, Steve, it's week 1, and so the fridge is stocked with Kool-Aid. You know, they say an insane person is someone who does the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I am going to go with the Lions -2.5.
Oh, my God.
Last year, week 1, a Monday night disaster versus a rookie quarterback in Sam Darnold. They get a redemption story this year in Arizona versus Kyler Murray. I really see no reason why the Lions can't win this game in a good fashion, not even a close one. Patrick Peterson's out. It's a rookie quarterback. They're the worst team in the league last year. The Lions had Trey Flowers, Mike Daniels, Justin Coleman, T.J. Hawkinson. Some analysts saying the best free agent signing is C.J. Anderson, Danny Amendola. I mean, this team is just, they're recharged. They're ready to go. I'm actually going to take the Lions at -6.5 because 2.5 is too easy.
Oh my God!
This should not be a close game at all. I mean, this is a really, really bad Cardinals team, and I think the Lions are better this year. I don't think they're a bottom 5 team like others predict, but yeah, I'm Kool-Aid stocked right now. I'm fully ready to get embarrassed and humiliated. I'm ready, man.
Lord help us. My God. I mean, this is setting up. And the beauty of radio, the beauty of this is that I can go back here and get the sound bites. And as for myself, guilty as charged. But from what happened last year with Hick, he picked the Lions week 1 and I picked the Jets week 1. For that to happen and for Hick to come back and take the Lions and then go on a tangent for about 3 minutes on how improved and how they had some of the great signings in the league. Now, I agree with him in this aspect. I do think that the Lions are a lot better than people think. They've done a lot of good things, and I kind of like what they did in the draft. I like Kerryon Johnson, and Stafford's coming off a bad year, but that is really gutsy from Hick to come on here. Not only does he pick the Lions, but then he goes to an alternate line, and he goes, I'm going to take a -6. You can probably get him at like +200 if you're actually betting that, but no matter what happens, he's in this game. He's +2.5. So very good stuff from Michael as he came on here and made some sense other than that last pick and how the Lions are the greatest team of all time. But yes, anything else you want to add here? Any final thoughts before we end here? Any games you're looking out for? Any teams? What's going on with you, Hick?
You know, I'm just focused on the task at hand. Tomorrow, Penn State, we're going to take care of Buffalo. Also watching my guy Sam Ellinger on Texas. And I'm just focused on the Lions, man. You can't worry about the outside buzz right now. We're focused on one mission, and that's the Super Bowl this year. So, I really got to keep my head in one place. I'm worried about one game each week, and that's why.
Excellent work. Michael, we will talk to you next week. He's going to be the main Hicks Picks guy on this show. We will talk to him next week. Michael, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Good luck. All right, last thing we'll do here today before we wrap up the show, I wanted to give you my predictions after I pretty much nailed my sleeper pick. Let's just rewind that really quickly and listen to this sleeper pick from last year. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Kansas City Chiefs this year. You're bringing in Pat Mahomes. That will spice things up because Alex Smith, we know, really good regular season quarterback, can't seem to get it done in the playoffs. Kansas City has a lot of pieces offensively. Kareem Hunt coming off a outstanding rookie year. You still have Travis Kelce, their tight end, who's one of the best tight ends in the league. You also have Tyreek Hill, speedster, unbelievable playmaker. They can do jet sweeps to him. You can go deep with Tyreek Hill. So this is an interesting offense for me. Pat Mahomes running it with Kareem Hunt, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and Sammy Watkins with the brilliant mind of Andy Reid. So I'm very interested to see what Reid does with Mahomes because Mahomes has a huge arm. He can really sling it. He can really throw the ball deep. So I like the Chiefs this year. Make sure to watch out for them. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Kansas City Chiefs this year. You're bringing in Pat Mahomes. That will spice things up because Alex Smith, we know, really good regular season quarterback, can't seem to get it done in the playoffs. Kansas City has a lot of pieces offensively. Kareem Hunt coming off a outstanding rookie year. You still have Travis Kelce, their tight end, who's one of the best tight ends in the league. You also have Tyreek Hill, speedster, unbelievable playmaker. They can do jet sweeps to him. You can go deep with Tyreek Hill. So this is an interesting offense for me. Pat Mahomes running it with Kareem Hunt, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and Sammy Watkins with the brilliant mind of Andy Reid. So I'm very interested to see what Reid does with Mahomes because Mahomes has a huge arm. He can really sling it. He can really throw the ball deep. So I like the Chiefs this year. Make sure to watch out for them.
I mean, could that have been any more money? And you can totally tell that this was last year because that recording studio was at my university, and this is a different mic that I have on. Even the quality of it is different, so you know I'm not BSing you guys. So I had an awesome prediction last year. Hopefully I can give you the same thing and nailed the Chiefs. So let's start here. This is my best bets for 2019, and I'll give you my sleeper. We'll start with the sleeper situation. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin has less talent than he has ever had in a season. In his first Super Bowl win, people say that it was Bill Cowher's guys. And now I am on record saying that he will get better results with a more cohesive unit in that locker room. Without Antonio Brown, we understand what's going on with him in Oakland. Le'Veon Bell has actually been on pretty good behavior with the Jets. He said the right things. But you subtract those two guys, now you have your unified, your undisputed leader in Big Ben to lead these guys and younger group to the playoffs. They have James Conner, they have Juju Smith-Schuster. They're Pro Bowl caliber playmakers ready to step into their prime roles. A tremendous offensive line, top 5 in the league. They also, and I think this is the biggest thing, a motivated Ben Roethlisberger and Mike Tomlin. They're both ready to prove, especially Big Ben, their greatness by finally elevating and uplifting an offense that is short on brand names on the perimeter. We understand that. The Steelers could get his best effort as a player and leader this season, and that's why I'm kind of leaning towards picking the Steelers as a sleeper. And I think the sexy pick is the Cleveland Browns for a lot of people. They love the Browns. They love Baker, Odell. They love Jarvis Landry. They like the way their team's going. So I think a lot of people are going to pick the Browns. That's why I'm going in a different direction. Also defensively for the Steelers. This kid, Devin Bush, they drafted this year, he finally gives that unit a dynamic and exciting role in that defense. That's been missing since Ryan Shazier. And Ryan Shazier, obviously, we wish the best for him. When the Steelers lost him, they lost a big part of their defense. Leader-wise, just performance-wise, what he did for that team, they could not find a guy to replace him. Devin Bush can be that guy. If the defense comes together for the Steelers team, okay, and if it holds its own against some of the premier offenses in the AFC, the Steelers can be a sleeper Super Bowl team. They really can be. Also, you got to think about this in that division. There are 2 new coaches. Okay, there's one in Cleveland and there's one in Cincinnati. That is not always the easiest thing for first-year coaches to come in here and start dominating a league. I love the Steelers this year. I think this is going to be their best year in a while. They've obviously underachieved significantly in Tomlin's years these last few times. This is their year where they're going to figure it out, and Ben Roethlisberger, with the chip on his shoulder, is going to elevate this team to a division winner in that AFC North. Next bet here, the Giants, under 6.5 wins. Come on, 6.5? I mean, this defense is awful. The secondary is awful. Eli Manning, older. No Odell Beckham. No Golden Tate for the first few games. They're battling injury. They have no wide receiver depth. They have a somewhat favorable schedule early on, but you tell me they got no secondary. They lost their best pass rusher in Olivier Vernon. You're trying to tell me that this team's going to win 7 games, 7-9 this year? 7-9 seems like 16-0 right now for the Giants. So I am going way under on this number. Under 6.5. Eli Manning won't last the season. Daniel Jones will play, who I like. I think he showed some good stuff from him from the preseason. Don't know how much you can really take into that.
But I'm going to take the Giants here under 6.5. I'm staying away from that. Please, if you win 7 games, like this is one of those bets where, you know what, you beat me, fine, you win it. That was good